It's showtime, freaks!
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ignition.
I'm going to step off the limb now.
In a world where wokeness seems to control every narrative, a world where the average Joe is expected to apologize for just being a guy, comes a show where testosterone reigns supreme, where manliness knows no bounds. Prepare yourselves for a podcast unlike any other. TJ Michaels and John Stacy invite you on a roller coaster ride of machismo on the Alpha Men Podcast. Meet TJ Michaels, whose ideas are as wild as his bushy goatee, and John Stacy, whose confidence is as big as his biceps. They love and respect the women in their lives, but here they're on a quest to celebrate the essence of manhood. The Alpha Men tackle the big questions like, is it acceptable to cry during an action movie? Can a man survive on jerky alone for a week? And if a man builds a DIY project and doesn't post about it on social media, did it really happen? These dudes leave no stone unturned. Get ready for a podcast that's part comedy, part camaraderie, and all things manly. The ladies have their view, but these guys have their brew. The Alpha Men Podcast is presented by
Ohana Sports Cards on Facebook.
For incredible card breaks and more, go to OHANA Sports Cards on Facebook. By Garage Door Commander, online at garagedoorcommander.com. Produced by TJ Michaels Creative, narrated by Jamie Dennis, and dedicated to Hendrik the Viking Poulsen. 2024, all rights reserved. The Alpha Men Podcast is rated M for maximum manliness. Here are your hosts, live from the granite capital of the world, Barrie, Vermont, TJ Michaels. And he, from the heart of NASCAR country, Trinity, North Carolina, John Stacy. This is the Alpha Men Podcast.
What is going on, you sick, twisted freaks? Welcome to the Alpha Men Podcast. Season 4, Episode 10, Tuesday night from the granite capital of the world. I am TJ Michaels. My partner in crime from Trinity, North Carolina is John Stacy. How's it going, brother?
Doing well, you?
I'm doing okay. I went to the doctor today.
You getting old?
The podiatrist. Oh, that's in your future. Yeah, the foot doctor.
Foot doctor.
Yeah.
Well, why do I have to go to foot doctor?
Because I had that whole thing that put me in the hospital for a week, a month ago.
Oh yeah, that's right. Most men just walking off.
Yeah, well, the problem is the infection that happened and the sepsis that almost killed me.
Just pour alcohol in it. Come on.
Came through the bottom of my foot through a piece of dry, cracked skin that got into my bloodstream. So today we went to the podiatrist, and it's a 52-year-old man. I can tell you, freaking humiliating. It really is. Till they go, hey, you need help cutting your toenails? And you're like, oh, you can cut my toenails?
Really?
Yeah. And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, have at it. Bring out the circular saw. Let's go.
So did the doctor lose an eye? No.
But just saying, I'm not as flexible as I used to be in my younger days. Yeah. And anyway, Friday, a lot going on this past weekend. Friday was National No Pants Day, which made yesterday National Meet with HR about inappropriate behavior at work day, right?
Yeah, fair.
Yesterday, Cinco de Mayo, or as Mexicans worried about ice, called it May 5th.
Jesus Christ.
And buddy, we're officially into May, which is National Asparagus Month. Did you know that? May is National Asparagus Month, which means it's also National My Pee Smells Really Funny Month.
Connor had asparagus there like 3 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. He comes over, he's like, Dad. I'm like, what? He goes, my pee smells strong. I'm like, we had asparagus, buddy, a couple hours ago. And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, it makes your pee stink.
Yeah, that's what it does.
Why? Absolutely. So I had to explain it to him.
No. We do want to, on that note, thank our presenting sponsor. Very proud of our content they are over at Ohana Sports Cards.
He just opened up a new shop. They actually opened up a shop down in Huntsville, South Carolina.
Nice. Nice. Ohana Sports Cards on Facebook. Incredible card breaks, sports memorabilia. It's OHANA. Ohana means family, and that's how they treat you at Ohana Sports Cards on Facebook. We do have a great show for you tonight, wherever you may be watching or listening tonight. Facebook Live, Rumble, YouTube, Twitch, iHeart, Spotify. Click the subscribe button, the notification bell, all that stuff. Hit the like button. We need to be part of the brotherhood. Let's get started. This, my friends, is the Alpha Men Podcast.
And now, Mansplaining the News.
TJ Michaels, here's what happened this week. President Trump says he wants the U.S. to start mining the ocean floor this week. Or as MSNBC put it, Trump wants to kill SpongeBob.
Way to go, Trump. Come on.
Trump supporters claim tariffs starting to work. And you can see it. I don't know if you noticed this week, but CBS relocated CSI Sydney, and it's now called CSI Minneapolis St. Paul. I mean, it's
That's corny.
Prince William this week said he will strip Meghan Markle of her official title once he is king. That's right. We can no longer call her annoying.
Still good looking, though.
Yeah. Mike Waltz, no longer the national security advisor to President Trump. The announcement did not come as a surprise to journalists this week because Waltz had already accidentally texted the news to all of them. So
the poor guy got hammered.
He did get a promotion though. They just moved him. He's now going to be the secretary at what is it? NORAD, not NORAD.
So he's gonna leak where Santa's at now.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, no, not NORAD. I'm just gonna move on from that. Carnival this week. The Carnival this week banned 24 cruise passengers for getting into a huge brawl. It's partially Carnival's fault for putting that Waffle House on the ship. I mean,
yeah.
Just kind of when that stuff's around, that stuff happens.
It does. It's facts.
UPS plans to cut 20,000 jobs. They made that announcement this week. Great news for people who are hoping to find brown shorts at the Goodwill.
Hey, we went to the Goodwill a few weeks ago. I don't want to go shopping.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "What can $10 get me?" Right in front of the store. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah. Let's go over to Goodwill.
I'd rather buy brown shorts that haven't been pooped in. Thanks.
Nope, she found 2 new shirts, brand new tags on them, for $3. I was like, damn. I've never been in one before. That was pretty cool.
Yale University adding a course on Puerto Rican rapper Bad Bunny. That was news this week. Tell me we're not wasting our kids' college money, right? It will help the school fulfill their goal of losing all of their federal funding. I mean, that's really just kind of, yeah. He's not happy about it. The U.S. may stop distributing condoms in third world nations. That was news this week. They say the hope is all those unwanted babies will be adopted by Angelina Jolie.
Jesus.
$60 million, I don't know if you saw this, $60 million Navy jet fell off an aircraft carrier into the ocean this week. It sank so low it wound up being drafted by the Cleveland Browns.
Oh, Jesus. I didn't see that one coming.
A child scratched a $56 million painting at a Dutch museum. Ruined it. And for more evidence of damage that kids can cause, just Google breastfeeding.
I can probably ask my wife.
5 Hour Energy this week released a caffeinated hot sauce.
Why?
Well, because why settle for setting your colon on fire when you can also make it spastic at the same time? I mean, it's
speed fighting.
In showbiz news, Tom Cruise and Ana de Armas spotted in London last week. We still don't know much about their relationship, like how they met, how long they've been together, or how much the church of Scientology paid for her.
Yeah.
Critics aren't being kind to Alec Baldwin's new movie Rust. In their defense, it's kind of hard to review a movie when every time the main character points a gun at the screen, you instinctively duck. I mean, it makes it kind of hard to watch. Just saying. Speaking of watching movies, now screenings of Minecraft movie, where the audiences are a la Rocky Horror Picture Show, are encouraged to talk and sing out loud and interact with the screen. Inspired by this, Disney said they will have screenings of Snow White, where audiences are encouraged to stay till the end.
I don't get it.
Snow White was a really shitty movie.
Oh. I thought the kids loved it.
Anyway, the bike from Pee-wee's Big Adventure going up for auction this week.
Oh, yeah. I remember that bike.
Bringing in like $2 million.
Jesus.
My advice for the buyer, wash the handlebars.
Don't sniff the seat.
Yeah. Drew Barrymore says she has, this week she said she has never had work done on her face. She wanted to, but all the cosmetic surgeons were busy with Madonna.
Jesus. She's so scary.
She is scary, dude. Meanwhile, Sarah Michelle Gellar says the secret to marriage is separate bathrooms. Especially if you're married to Amber Heard. And finally, Gwyneth Paltrow this week, eating carbs again. Gwyneth and pasta, she says, have much in common. Thin, white, only tolerable in small portions.
Yeah.
That's Mansplaining the News this week on the Alpha Men Podcast.
Beer's on tap, and sometimes we drink stuff we're not proud of.
We go to the Evil Knievel beer fridge, and yesterday I Cinco de Mayo, so I had to do a Mexican beer tonight.
So I did mine last week. We're
going to do Modelo Chelada Sandia Picante. Now,
See.
I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to hate this. Before I even open it. Okay? It's like having sex in a canoe. All right? It's screwing next to water. I mean, it's 94% water. This chelada has watermelon and chilies in it. And don't get me wrong, I love beer.
I like Mexican beer?
I don't like when people put stupid stuff in beer. Okay?
I'm doing the same.
I've never had this. But I got this idea that it's going to taste like a watermelon jelly rancher with some weird Tabasco hit on the end of it. Right?
I'm doing the Saranac Caramel Porter. I've actually done this beer before, but I kind of forgot about my beer until later tonight. So this is from the 6-pack I had before.
24 ounces, $2.99. Where I buy my beverages for the big man can. It doesn't
Still
really
good.
say what the alcohol content is. I know I'm going to hate this.
You're going to love it. It's the most popular beer you're drinking right there, that brand in America. He loves it.
I get a little bit of beer taste, but mostly I get that artificial watermelon taste, like the Jolly Rancher candy taste, right?
Mm-hmm. I can't see you. Oh, yeah. She's just showing me her boobs.
And then I get that hit.
That's why I said that.
Nice.
I get that hit of the chilies at the end of it.
I was just kidding.
I'm deporting this beer. This beer port.
Well, I'm gonna port this beer in. This beer is still good. The caramel porter, the Saranac. Like I said, I've reviewed this before, and I believe I gave it a 5 because it's smooth. It's 5.4 alcohol volume, but this stuff, it's really good beer. I like this.
Modelo Chelada Sandia Picante.
Picante. Does it taste like does it taste like a taco?
No, it's and you know they have these cheladas where like there's like tomato and clam
Mm-hmm.
and
That's
stuff
like I had.
like that.
That's what I had last week.
Yeah,
It was weird.
Yeah, I don't.
It was a spicy beer.
This has got a little bit of spice on the end of it, and it's sweet on the beginning because you get the watermelon. But see, I just
is it gross or it's just like not your cup of tea?
Just totally not my thing.
So it's probably decent then, but it's not a thing you would go for. But I drink it.
Yeah, I would never order this or buy this again. But that's just me. And I don't like I like IPAs. I like double IPAs.
Yeah.
I don't like it when they get cute with the IPAs and the double.
You
IPAs.
like heavy beer.
I don't when they put fruit and crap in it. Like, and this fruit, the watermelon, isn't watermelon. It's that fake Jolly Rancher watermelon taste. You know, the candy taste.
Yeah.
I guess women might like this.
Modelo is one of the most popular beers in America. So.
And the spice that hits on the end of it.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh my God, it's so spicy. It's a little bit of spice. It's a little hit.
A little zing to it.
A little zing. That's right.
I kind of want to try it.
It's just not my thing. I'm giving it a 1.5 out of 5.
So on scale, he's making it a 3.5 for most people. You're biased. You're a heavy beer drinker.
I am.
Yeah.
I am.
So I like lighter beers. So I haven't tried it. I'm gonna give it a 3.
I don't think that's how this works.
No, it's not. But I know how biased you are when it comes to the Mexican beer.
It makes you burp like crazy, though. Holy crap!
So, like I said, this caramel stuff, I'm still giving it a 5. It's good. I just screwed up. Forgot to get my beer. The what?
That's got to be a heavy beer.
It's not. I mean, it's a dark beer. Definitely is a dark lager beer, but it's a porter. But it has a caramel, like light caramel. It still tastes like a beer. It's like a sweet beer almost, I guess, way to put it.
Like a dessert beer.
Mm. Yes. You know how the root beer ones have that heavy tart to it?
Yes.
This is light compared to that.
Okay. There you have it. Beers on tap tonight on the Alpha Men Podcast.
It's time for the Tuesday Night Tussle.
What are we doing? One more time?
Yeah, I've had enough of that.
Tuesday Night Tussle.
All right. Tuesday Night Tussle. What do we got?
Three videos.
Okay.
First one, it's...
By the way, if you're listening to the audio-only stream, this is why you should watch the video. Just saying. But thanks for listening to the audio-only stream.
This is what happens when you drink too many of those Modelos and think you're tough.
Mm-hmm. Yep. This is going to end badly. Oh! Hello!
Right there. Boom. Put him asleep. That's how you think you're freaking tough. I've seen that many times in the bars.
Yeah.
This is what I want to do to you every season right here. If you miss it, it was in the upper left-hand corner because that's horrible at recording.
I missed the whole thing.
Watch blue shirt, left hand, green shirt.
Yeah.
Is it?
That was one of those Muhammad Ali float like a butterfly, sting like a bee quick shots. Wham!
And then one more for you Eagle fans. I found this funny.
Yeah, I've seen that before.
I figured.
Yeah.
3 knockouts, 1 self knockout, 2 knockouts, 1 self knockout.
It's
So
just
that's
a
it.
tussle on the Alpha Men podcast.
You don't have to. You're welcome. This is Chick Flicks Are Dumb on the Alpha Men Podcast.
Here's the deal.
There's
Fellas,
tradition on
Chick
this.
Flicks Are Dumb exists where we sit through the sappy, terrible movies so you don't have to. You're welcome. Tonight we are
I like
going
this
to
movie.
dive into the 2001 Michael Bay, Jerry Bruckheimer disaster. That's right, 2 producers who are more responsible for more manly action flicks than any others in the modern era. Together in this one movie. And the explosions in this movie are on freaking point. Roll the clip.
Question: which clip?
1.
Because 1 goes out of the open. 1 is the gunning.
Yes.
Okay, so make sure, because it didn't seem right how you put them to me.
Cuba Gooding Jr., watch this.
All true stories.
Let out like a Rambo yell right now. Now, dude.
So fun fact, that is a true thing. The only thing that was fiction in that part right there, he was not shoot. He was shooting on the air side of the ship, where there was no other ships.
Yeah.
But that's very cool.
Very cool. And if that's how the movie progressed throughout the whole thing, the movie would have been awesome. But the rest of this movie is not what you just saw. Now, when John and I sat down to watch this movie this week, I have to admit, I was taken back to the beginning of my marriage. 2001, there I am swaggering into the theater, wife on the arm, ready for a war flick that's going to make chest hair stand at attention. Michael Bay, his name is on the poster. Jerry Bruckheimer. I'm expecting bad boys with battleships, right? Big guns, bigger booms, maybe a bald eagle flyby. In fact, let's roll the next clip because I want you to see how this movie was marketed back in 2001. Now, who the hell doesn't want to see that, right? But the movie that they just advertised, that was not the movie that was shown in the theaters. Yeah. Instead, we got sucker punched with a love triangle that's like stickier than a spilled Bud Light. Ben Affleck, Josh Hartnett, mooning over Kate Beckinsale like they're auditioning for Days of Our Lives. Well, I'm sitting there wondering when the Japanese fleet's going to bomb this soap opera in oblivion. Yeah. 3/4 of this movie is scenes like this one right here.
You know, I could get kicked out of the military for this.
Really?
Yeah, stay down.
This was fiction.
You think?
The Hawaiians called this harbor Wa Moment. It means water of pearls.
So beautiful. Yeah. My dad took me up a couple times. Just don't do what he did. What do you call it when you flip over?
A barrel roll?
Yeah.
Oh. What do you think?
Now listen, my wife is loving it. I'm wishing I was the kamikaze pilot from the war footage that just flew into the side of the USS Arizona, because at least then it would be over. All right? It is the biggest bait and switch movie in movie history. The war stuff, it's like a tease in that bar, promising but over way too quick. The Pearl Harbor attack scene is about 20 minutes of this movie. And look, it is Michael Bay. It is Jerry Bruckheimer. It is 20 minutes of pure red-blooded chaos. Planes screaming, ships exploding. It's the kind of thing that makes you want to chest bump your buddy. But then it's back to these two knuckleheads crying over who gets to write Kate poetry in the movie. All right? I didn't sign up for Titanic with propellers. Okay? By the third hour, I'm praying for a rogue torpedo to sink this snooze fest. And I think John was asleep even before the war footage was over. He was drowning out the dogfights, snoring. But here's the kicker. They marketed this as a man's movie, but it's a chick flick in camouflage. It's like ordering a ribeye and getting served tofu salad with a side of Felix. Affleck's out there whispering sweet nothings while the world's on fire. Dude, grab a wrench and fight, or at least pass me another brew so I can hope. For men, this movie is a bomb. Probably not the best choice of words when dealing with a World War II movie about Japan attacking Pearl Harbor, but this could have been so much more with Michael Bay and Jerry Bruckheimer, and this piece of crap is what we get. So, by the end, excruciatingly long movie. It's 3 hours long.
Mm-hmm.
You have to rate it. Adult beverage movie rating scale. It's not going to be kind to this imposter of a movie. Perfect score, 30-pack of ice-cold PBR. Ready to fuel a weekend of glory. The bottom one, skunk Zima that's been rolling around in your buddy's truck bed for 3 months. Pearl Harbor, I hate to say it, it is that Zima. It's that warm and fizzy mocking you from the cup holder of life movie. I'll toss in a single PBR can for the battle scenes. But that's it. Okay?
I'll say give it a Bud Light.
Final score, 1 skunk Zima and a half-empty PBR. Save your liver for the real war movie, boys. There you have it. Chick flicks are dumb tonight on the Alpha Men Podcast.
Alpha Men Podcast is proudly sponsored by Ohana Sports Cards, where you will find awesome card breaks from baseball, football, racing, basketball, and much more. They will treat you like family at Ohana Sports Cards. You can find them on Facebook for all your sports card breaks, card consignments, and even grading sports card service. Check them out on Facebook at Ohana Sports Cards.
We present the case. You deliver the verdict. This is Man Court. All rise. The sometimes Honorable T.J. Michaels presiding.
Yes, here we go. Man Court back in session. If you've got a problem that needs solving, you can visit any of our social media pages and drop your Man Court dilemma in a DM to us. And you can join the Freak Jury tonight by commenting wherever you may be watching from tonight. Give our plaintiff your advice. Just hit the comment tab, and it'll pop right up on the screen. So let's dive into tonight's case, docket number 250506. The plaintiff is Adam from Hudson, Ohio. It is the case of the right to remain in bed. Okay? He writes, TJ, John, and Freak Jury. I think I have a case for Man Court. My name is Adam. I recently moved in with my girlfriend, and our first fight was because I didn't want to get out of bed in the middle of the night to investigate a loud noise we heard downstairs. Now, before I say man up and go take care of the situation, I have to know that my girlfriend is a police officer, has a gun, and tracks down hardened criminals down dimly lit alleyways every night. But for some reason, I have to go downstairs unarmed to see what the noise is all about. She told me it's just an unwritten relationship rule that a man has to go investigate all the late night noises.
I think my wife.
I jokingly asked her if I could have her gun, and she handed me a small bat instead. When I went downstairs, I found something had fallen off the washing machine, which was running at the time. When I got back upstairs, we had our argument about how men are always having to go investigate loud noises, even if the woman of the house is a cop and has a gun. Makes no sense to me. What about you guys? Freak jury, I could use some help. Signed Adam from Hudson, Ohio. All right.
I mean, he's got a case. I agree with him there. She's got the gun. She's got the training.
She does have the gun. She does have the training. You're right about that.
I have the gun on my side of the bed. Right, we're here. But generally, I'll look at her and she'll usually get up and go look. I figured, if they're going to attack her, I'm going to hear it. I can grab the gun.
Oh, I hate this stuff, but I don't,
You love it, you know it.
Oh.
So, I mean,
all right. Freak jury, what say you? Should Adam man up and embrace his role as the bat-wielding night watchman? Or does his cop girlfriend need to take the lead? You can drop your advice in the comments and let Adam know how to navigate this domestic standoff. I think we got to break this down. All right? Adam, you are shacked up with a badass cop girlfriend who chases down criminals in dark alleys like it's a Tuesday cardio session. She's got a gun. She's got a badge. Probably got a mean right hook, too, with all the training. Right?
Scott wants to know why you don't have a cordless hole puncher yourself. A gun.
No.
Cordless hole puncher. I never heard that one. That's good, Scott.
Yet when a mysterious thread echoes from downstairs in the dead of night, she's nudging you out of bed to play Sherlock Holmes with nothing but a dinky little bat. You're thinking, hold up. She's the one that's trained to neutralize threats. And I'm out here armed like a little leaguer. Right? You went downstairs. You found the rogue detergent bottle. Staging a prison break off the washing machine. And you handled it. But the real fight, she's claiming it's an unwritten man rule that the dude's got to investigate every bump in the night, cop girlfriend or not. So Adam's calling BS on this tradition, wants mid-court to settle it. So that's where we are. So is it an unwritten man rule? That's number one. Piano-shaped object. I swear, Ron has asked me what noises are in the night and waited for me to investigate. Yeah.
She better man up.
Here's the deal. This just isn't a written rule. It's carved into the granite of manhood. Right next to never ask for directions, always overestimate your bench press. Well, this is something kind of primal, brother. Back when we were clubbing saber-toothed cats, the man in the cave grabbed the stick and checked the rustling bushes. That's just the way it went. Doesn't matter if your lady's packing heat or a SWAT team's on speed dial. Tradition says the dude's got to go. And it's not about who's better at it. It's about signaling. Like, I got this, babe. Go back to dreaming of tactical gear, right? But the cop girlfriend is definitely a wild card. We all have to admit that, right? We do. It's where it gets hairy. Your girlfriend's a cop. She's trained to clear rooms, disarm perps, prowlers down pit bulls for fun. And you're just a guy with a bat hoping it's not with a raccoon with an attitude. Now, logic would say the one with the Glock and the handcuffs should handle the midnight ruckus. If this was a buddy cop movie, she'd be the grizzled veteran and you'd be the rookie holding the flashlight. So, yeah, it's a little nuts that she's passing the buck on to you. But the bat handoff is, you got to give her points for style. She just didn't send you down empty-handed. She armed you with a bat like you're auditioning for The Walking Dead. And that's love, Adam. All right, she's saying, go be my knight, but I'm not giving you my service weapon. It's kind of a smart move on her part. Nobody wants you accidentally shooting the Roomba. But the real issue here is it's not about noise and it's not about the bat. It's about expectations. She wants to feel like you're the protector, even if she could bench press you and cuff a burglar in her sleep. And it's not logical, but relationships aren't math, my man. She's testing your grit, seeing if you'll step up, and even when it's dumb, and you did, so props for that. Picture this. You're creeping downstairs in your boxers, clutching the bat like it's Excalibur, while your cop girlfriend's upstairs whispering, "Don't trip over the cat, hero." It's like sending a vegan to a butcher shop with a butter knife. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Fallen detergent bottle, probably laughing its plastic ass off at you. But let's be real. If a burglar was down there, you'd either be a legend or a viral TikTok fail. Man versus washing machine, the Midnight Chronicles. Her handing you instead of her gun, that's peak girlfriend energy. It says, I trust you, but not that much. So here's how we fix this. Own the role, but negotiate. You're the man, so yeah, you're on noise patrol. It's dumb, but it's the gig. Next time, lean into it. Grab a bat, strike a Captain America pose. I'll handle this, officer!
I'll cuff him, you stuff him.
But then have a sit down with her, not at 3 a.m., and propose a deal. Like, hey, if it's a legit threat, she take it with the gun. And you back her up with the bat and the moral support. Teamwork makes it.
Shoot him, babe. Shoot him, babe.
Yeah, right. The other thing, up your arsenal. Bat's cute, but you need an upgrade. You know, get yourself a weapon. Just saying. Flip the script. Next time she hears a noise, jokingly hand her the bat and say, "Your turn, Dirty Harry." If she laughs, you're golden.
Good night.
Glares.
What is TJ wearing?
And if she glares,
he's
abort the mission.
He's wearing a judge's wig.
Oh my god.
Good night, Adeline.
Good night.
Love
he
you.
says. He said he loves you.
President Bailey's. Come on.
Hey, shh.
Talk it out. She's a cop. She respects the straight talk. Tell her you're cool with being first line of defense, but it feels weird when she's trained for combat. And frame it like, babe, I'm your tank, but you're the sniper. And last but not least, again, get yourself a weapon. All right? I think that's how we settle this.
Fair.
Yeah. So, Adam, Ohio, you're hereby ordered to invest in a badass flashlight, practice your bat swinging stance, also get yourself a firearm, and additionally, you must have a beer-fueled heart-to-heart with your lady to set some ground rules for future bumps in the night. Case dismissed. That's Midcourt on the Alpha Men Podcast.
Gentlemen, start your engine. He's pressing him for the top spot.
He is out in the outside groove.
Some debris on the back straightaway. His teammates trying to get by him now.
I don't know why, but that didn't have any sound. It was weird. Can you hear me?
I'm just messing with you. I can hear you.
Racing rundown on the Alpha Men podcast. Your rundown video didn't have any sound. I don't know why.
Did?
No.
Oh, I did.
So, in any case, this weekend we were at Texas Motor Speedway.
Lots of wrecks, yes. Trucks, wrecks. Xfinity, wrecks. Cup, wreck.
Well, I know you got to have the picture there. Let's show the picture first.
What picture?
John met the interception machine pre-race. Yeah.
I did.
There he is.
I met Dak. That's pretty
Dak
cool.
Prescott at the Texas Motor Speedway. I thought it was LeBron first.
Yeah, he's like LeBron and the Holden, whoever.
One of the Hodge twins. They're conservative podcasters.
No, that's not. Then I said I said this. I was like, here we go. He's like, oh Jesus.
The only reason I didn't recognize him is because he was smiling. I've never really seen him smile before because every time I see him, he's just either fumbled or thrown an interception.
He doesn't fumble often. Interceptions sometimes. But yeah.
So anyway, you got to spend like 5 minutes with him?
Yeah, he's chatty. He's pretty cool, dude. Busy running around. But yeah, so I get to meet the Cowboys quarterback, which was cool. But the race overall, back to racing, it was massive amount of wrecks. I mean, we went through a lot of freaking cars through all series, 3 series.
Well, here's the deal. After the snooze fest that was Talladega, NASCAR needed to win this weekend, and I think they got it. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the racing was good. The next gen car sucks at super speedways and short tracks, but I do believe the next gen car makes the 1.5 mile ovals better. I think that car makes the ovals, the 1.5 mile ovals, better racing. Okay. Having said that, there were not just wrecks; there were Texas size wrecks.
Yeah, there was some hard hits.
And Joey Logano stopped complaining long enough to actually drive the car this weekend and win. So it was
Josh
cool.
Berry. Josh Berry had a good run on it. Then he spun out, but he had a.
Yep.
He was a dominant car for a while. I thought he was going to have a chance of winning this thing.
Michael McDowell too. You know.
Yeah, McDowell, the 71. Yeah,
right to the end, and you know what, when Michael McDowell was up front, I always root for Michael McDowell because that dude can drive.
Yeah,
he can drive, but he has always been with underfunded teams. Always.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And so when he's up front, you know, it's not the car; it's his driver. You know, because the equipment he's got isn't Hendrick equipment. It isn't, you know, it isn't Gibbs equipment. It's less than that. So it was good to see him up front. Man, I thought he was going to do it. I thought he was going to pull it off. And of course, you know, he ends up in the wall with a couple laps to go, trying to stay out front. And, and
so
that's how it is.
Joey took the win, and you see his picture. You see what he did with the hat. He's wearing the Braves hat.
Chipper Jones's hat.
Well, not his hat, but the Braves, because
the Braves.
You heard about last week with Jones.
Yeah.
So he threw the hat on when he won this race. That's a spite.
Well, Denny Hamlin didn't like the Boo Birds at introductions.
No.
So he came out and gave the Texas crowd the horns down gesture.
Yep.
Okay, which Texans do not like. And he was on fire about 30 laps later. Karma.
He did blow up in a big mess.
You know. Denny's worst finish of the season, 38th. Second week in a row outside the top 20. Not that any of this matters. He's won twice. So, you know, he certainly is going to be in the chase for the championship, but not the way that you wanted to start May. And Bubba Wallace, half the garage is pissed. He hit the wall, caused, you know, the real big one in the Cup race.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody started with Bubba Wallace, he can't, you know. I didn't really see anything blatantly that bad.
It wasn't Bubba's fault. It was just how everybody checked up. And
I think lots of guys hit the wall the very same way Bubba did on Sunday.
Yeah.
It just happened when 6 other cars were in close proximity to him, and that's all it takes, man.
It's racing. You know? It happens.
One of the guys that did make it through that was Logano, of course. By the way, for everyone who says NASCAR races are getting boring, F1 was in Miami on Sunday. The time between the winner and the second place car crossing the finish line, 37 seconds.
Oh my God.
That's not racing. Okay. That's not a race. Okay. If the second place car is 37 seconds behind the leader, that's not a race.
That's
okay.
Ass kicking.
Yeah. And Danica Patrick was there. And you know what? Danica gets a bad rap. You know. For some reason she thought she could strap the drapes off the living room windows to her and go to the F1 race. I'm not sure what that outfit was all about, but she still looks hot every time you see her.
Yeah, she's just a face.
Yeah. The other big news this week, I don't know if you saw it, was the Teresa Earnhardt thing.
What, selling her property?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's her property.
Well,
it's 20 freaking years later. It's her property.
I don't know, dude.
If somebody would you like somebody telling you what you're gonna do with your property after your spouse died 25 years later?
I guess not.
I mean, it's NASCAR fans. He's dead.
I mean, here's the deal, though. You know what kind of conservationist he was.
Yes.
You know how he was into hunting and fishing and all of that stuff, and you know how that farm he was. It's 400 acres.
If it didn't happen now, it's going to happen in 20 years.
And she's going to turn it into an industrial park.
Yeah, she's making a
Dale's rolling over in his grave. And this is the same woman, by the way, who kept the business from Dale Jr., kept it from Kerry, kept it from, look, I get that it was 20 years ago. He's the greatest driver in NASCAR history. Okay? Richard Petty hasn't been in a car driving in probably 30 years.
Well, then Jimmy Johnson's better than Dale.
And they still keep his stuff together and make a crap ton of money off his legacy.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So last week she got the green light from the city of Mooresville to go ahead and
hour from here.
Yeah, to go ahead and start that technology park. And so she's a witch.
We're going to Kansas.
Speaking of witches. Get you and your little dog Toto too. Off to Kansas. Yep. You got Cup, you got Xfinity, you got trucks.
Yep, I will be off.
Yeah,
I'm touring a lot. So rest of the season I have the 600, Gateway, and Talladega.
Wow. So the rest of the time you're going to be doing stuff like
mods, ARCA, and Canada. My choice. I'm ready to tour. I want touring. I want the local series stuff. I've been to the top. I want to go back to the local stuff. I'm still working for NASCAR. I'm still getting paid the same, less hours, but I'm home more. My kids are starting to do stuff more, so I've been pushing to get it, and finally it worked out well for me in the end. Yeah, I'm losing some overtime hours, but I get to be home more for the baseball games and summer stuff. And
there you go.
So I might come to New Hampshire too. I'm waiting to see. I might trade with somebody. So I might come to New Hampshire. I got to. I mean, I've been going every year. So
yeah, there you have it. There's your race recap on the Alpha Men podcast.
Because we're all doomed, here are this week's signs of the coming apocalypse.
Oh, this week's signs of the coming apocalypse, because the end is nigh. We are cranking the AC to hard levels, flexing our quads, and laughing at the world's descent into madness. This week's proof that the world is crumbling faster than a vegan burger at a barbecue. Sign number 1, the first ever sperm races have been held. Yes, it's the nuttiest sport since arm wrestling. Hold on to your jorts, because in LA, they just hosted the world's first sperm race. A USC, that's the actual scoreboard. USC stud went head-to-head with a UCLA beta, racing their swimmers across a 2-millimeter track. That's like it's the freaking Olympics of baby batter. 3 heats, $329,000 bet on Polymarket, and the USC's Tadpoles took the gold. But the live stream, I got to tell you, looked kind of faker than a CrossFit influencer's.
So the winner's got child support now.
Hey, I think we have a video. Do we have a video?
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta be kidding me.
I will tell you, I'm not scoring this. I'm not putting loops in this either. Listen, when society is betting on sperm, the apocalypse is doing warm-up laps. Oh, my Lord.
Sign number 2, robot cows shaming your leather jacket. Yes, picture this. You're strutting down Greenville, South Carolina. Rocking your leather jacket like a modern-day Conan. When a remote-controlled robot calf rolls up to you and cries, "Are you wearing my mom?"
Bruh.
Yeah, this is PETA's new campaign. They are unleashing Charlie XC Cow to guilt trip you into buying vegan leather. The tin can heifer even does a victory dance if you're cruelty-free. Okay? But when a robot cow is roasting your wardrobe and preaching about cows suffering, it's not just an attack on your style. It's a sign that maybe end times are moving in. The next thing you know, we'll be dodging robot chickens, shaming our buffalo wings. I think, do we have a video for this too? I think we do.
We'll see. Yep.
Oh, okay. Thank you. So what does it do if you don't have vegan leather?
So let's say this person has the leather food having pooping in my boot.
That's freaking creepy. All right, I've had enough. Sign number 3.
Oh, that's just creepy. That's weird.
Yeah. Over in Fairfield, Connecticut, a gang of kids turned a beach carnival into Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome.
Uh-oh.
Yes, they're calling it Mad Max Fury Fart. Fury Fart, sorry. The little culprits had a bunch of flatulence spray. And they spritzed their stink juice near the exit, sending crowds screaming and running like no tomorrow. There were no guns, there were no fights, just pure fart-fueled pandemonium. The cops had to post on Facebook to calm everyone down because rumors were spreading that the smell was related to something else. It was a $5 prank can of fart spray that caused the whole thing. And I think we have the video of this too.
I have extra photos in here. I don't know what they are. This? Oh, Lord.
Ew.
Oh, shit.
Sorry. That didn't have anything to do with the carnival, but I just thought it was funny.
That's good.
Side number 4, the dumbest jailbreak
There you go.
Since my dog chewed through the fence. In Colorado, a dude named Lucas Brown pulled the most beta jailbreak ever last week. He was a kitchen trustee, okay, at the jail.
Yeah.
Took out the trash, and they shouldn't have trusted him as much as they trusted the trustee because he just ran for it. Here's the problem. He was only 2 days away from release.
Nice job, dumbass.
Yeah. He lasted 35 minutes before the cops nabbed him, and get this, he'd already tried escaping in 2017, so why he was trusted with outdoor access, I don't know, but the guy's more than a kettlebell with no handle. Now his 90-day sentence is going to stretch longer than, a Yoga Bros downward dog, and when inmates are this bad at escaping, it's proof the world is too stupid to survive the apocalypse.
2 days.
2 days away. 2 days away.
This is not ending the world. This is
Dumbass
situation.
There you have it. Sperm races, robot cows, fart sprays, and jailbreak fails. All neon signs of doom flashing brighter than a Monster Energy logo, and signs of the coming apocalypse on the Alpha Med podcast.
You know that guy is sitting in his cell right now going, I mean, he must not own.
Think about it, though. You're 2 days away from getting out.
48 hours.
Yeah, but you got nobody on the outside. You got no family. You got no apartment. You got no way to make money. You got no food. You got no anything. And yet...
Yeah, but he had a 90-day sentence. I mean, it wasn't like he was for 30 years.
But on the inside, you got 3 squares. You got a bed. You got all kinds of stuff.
3 cots and a cock.
Yep, that's it. That's it.
We're going to real fake news now. Oh man, I feel that guy's an idiot.
Alrighty, real or fake news?
I want to pen pal this guy. I'm still thinking about him. And it's right. Why?
We have 5 headlines. Baby Huey, your mission is to find the headline of these 5 headlines that is real. 4 of them completely made up. 1 of them is real. So 4 are fake news. 1 is real. Your job to identify the real news story. And you can help Baby Huey by commenting wherever you may be watching tonight in the comment section. Here are your headlines. PETA demands equal treats for equal tricks on behalf of dogs. PETA demands equal treats for equal tricks on behalf of dogs. That's headline number 1.
Sounds legit.
Okay. Company announces it's launching AI toilet paper. Company announces it's launching AI toilet paper. It's headline number 2.
I need more detail. How do you have AI toilet paper?
Can't give you more detail. It's just a headline. That's what it says. Okay. Number 3. Neuroscientists develop headphones that detect when your mind has wandered mid-conversation. Neuroscientists have developed headphones that can detect when your mind has wandered mid-conversation.
That happens to me on the show often.
Yeah, squirrel.
I'll be like reading. You'll be talking, and I'll be reading something that's on my screen, and like just kind of get into it. I'm like, what the hell?
Headline number 4. Photographer in Canada finds toad with eyes in its mouth. Photographer in Canada finds toad with eyes not on the top of its head, but in its mouth.
So,
And number 5, Montana town is being invaded by thousands of wild chinchillas. Montana town is being invaded by thousands of wild chinchillas.
No, chinchillas is too cold.
Okay.
Montana.
4 of those are fake. One of those is real.
All right, chinchilla's out. It's got to be out. I don't see. How can you have artificial toilet paper? Use your hand. That's still official. The
All right,
mind watering.
AI is out. Chinchillas are out.
Yeah, it's too cold in Montana for those puppies. Little things.
Okay. All right.
I've seen one of those things.
Okay.
The headphones, possible. I could see something like that.
Okay.
Because it reads your brainwaves. Frog, I definitely can see something like that, like near a nuclear plant or something.
Uh-huh.
And what was the first one?
PETA demands equal treats.
That one sounds the truest. Because that sounds like a freaking PETA thing. But I'm gonna go between the toad or the PETA. Toad or PETA. Because I've seen some straight up fish. I've seen a fish with one eye before.
Michelle says the headphones.
Headphones? You don't want headphones, Michelle? Man, this is tough. Headphones. Frog eyes. Or treats. I'm going with the frogs. No, I'm going PETA. PETA. It just sounds like PETA.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, PETA.
That is incorrect. You should have went with the frog.
Oh, no shit. Okay.
And this is nightmare fuel. Okay?
Whoa. That's it. That's true.
Creepers. That frog picked its mouth for its peepers. Dude, that's scary crap right there.
Holy crap.
High school student in Ontario, Canada stumbled upon a toad in her backyard, had eyes inside its mouth. At first, she thought the toad might have swallowed another frog, but when she looked at it more closely, she realized the eyes were part of the toad itself. She picked it up and named it Gollum. Contacted the local newspaper, which sent photographer Scott Gardner to document the unusual amphibian. He went on to call the 1992 picture the most iconic image of my career. And for good reason. The weirdest part of the story isn't the picture. The fact that the toad isn't alone having to open its mouth to look around. It's uncommon, but it's been seen in other amphibians as well. So there you have it.
That is so freaking bizarre.
That is real or fake news tonight on the Alpha Men Podcast.
Alpha Men Podcast is proudly sponsored by Ohana Sports Cards, where you will find awesome card breaks from baseball, football, racing, basketball, and much more. They will treat you like family at Ohana Sports Cards. You can find them on Facebook for all your sports card breaks, card consignments, and even grading sports card service. Check them out on Facebook at Ohana Sports Cards.
The Alpha Men on Sports, a segment we call Your Team Sucks.
Your team sucks tonight. Sources saying Aaron Rodgers is going to the Steelers. Pirates say they're looking forward to no longer being Pittsburgh's biggest embarrassment.
Facts.
Tennessee Titans say number 1 pick Cam Ward already exhibiting football intelligence. He's asked for a trade. No, just kidding. The Washington Commanders getting a new stadium. And it'll have the best seats in the house. Perfect for watching their playoff hopes vanish by halftime.
Facts.
But Washington is getting the NFL draft in 2028, which is going to be pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Bill Belichick defending his girlfriend, Jordan Hudson, against claims that she's abusive and controlling. And she'd defend herself, but she has to study for that spelling test. Mm-hmm. Kentucky Derby over the weekend. The winner's Sovereignty got $3 million. The losers get to be Arby's next sandwich.
I don't think so. No. Not the cost of those damn things.
I'm just kidding. No, 7-1 shot Sovereignty. And is it not an omen that a horse named Sovereignty won the Kentucky Derby this year? As we battle all this border stuff. Anyway, Sovereignty took the first leg of the Triple Crown, sloppy Churchill Downs track. Final results delayed because of a photo finish for second place that had to be reviewed. And, 3-1 favorite journalism ended up now being second place. So Sovereignty beat journalism. The third place horse was 13-1 odds. So pretty incredible. Preakness Triple Crown second leg going to happen on May 17th. NBA head coach Greg Popovich retired this week. I don't want to say he's been in San Antonio for a long time, but he actually remembers the Alamo.
Mm-hmm. I thought he's a president now.
Oh, he's retired.
Wow.
Done. NBA semifinals underway tonight. Pacers and Cavs got underway at 7 o'clock, 9:30 tonight. The Warriors and Timberwolves are coming up. And round 2 of the NHL Finals tonight. Hurricanes and Capitals faced off at 7. At 9:30 tonight, it's the Oilers and the Golden Knights. So that is your team sucks. The Alpha Men on Sports on the Alpha Men Podcast.
Alpha Men Podcast salutes Hidden Heroes.
Hidden Heroes, time where we salute regular guys, just the average Joes who pull off epic feats without capes, tights, or stunt doubles, just real dudes stepping up when the chips are down, sometimes literally, and making it happen. And tonight, our hidden hero is a guy by the name of Blake Donaldson, who last month came to the rescue of Mangyeon Manny Zhang, who was 57 years old, when she was attacked by a bull shark in Australia. Donaldson and his partner, Ellen Meckert, were the only others on the beach when they heard Zhang scream for help. Without hesitation, he ran into the ocean, pulled Zhang, who had a severe leg injury, back to the shore while Melkert administered first aid. And paramedic Marco Ellie, who responded to the scene, described Zhang's blood loss as catastrophic. Jesus. He said she lost consciousness and only awoke hours later after surgery. She is now on the road to recovery and out of the hospital. Zhang recently reunited with Donaldson, expressing her deep gratitude for his bravery and calling him her lifesaver and hero. For his part, Donaldson says he just acted instinctively and didn't consider his own safety at the time, and it was only later that he was able to reflect on really the magnitude of saving somebody's life. And for that, he's our hidden hero this week.
That's impressive.
On the Alpha Men Podcast.
Way to go, brother.
Last call!
Last call. It's closing time. And that's a wrap. We hope you've had as much fun as we've had here at the Alpha Men Podcast.
Hit the wrong button.
You're jumping the gun a little bit here.
Mm-hmm. I was like, wait. I said, that's firing the wrong one.
Time for last call. We grab one more story and toss it back and wonder what the hell's going on in America.
I was wondering what this is about. I'm trying to figure it out. I couldn't.
Let me ask you a question. What is the worst thing a road rager could do to you?
Shoot me.
Yell obscenities at you, crash into you, maybe shoot at you. Those are bad things. This might be worse. A woman in Pennsylvania, so upset about another driver that she stopped, jumped out of her car, ran over to the other car, and pooped on the hood.
What? Oh, Lord.
She pooped on the hood.
Oh, I see it. They're tearing the picture.
I
was trying to figure out what this was. I was like, what the hell?
She turned her back to the driver and emptied her bowels in a violent way. Actually,
Gross.
I think we have video.
Oh, we do. That's right. Oh. She just took a dump right on the hood. Just like Toyotas or Hondas.
You are a real pig. No kidding, really? The police were called.
Like Hondas. I mean.
They identified the pooper as 44-year-old Christina Solometto. How would you like to be known for the rest of your life for that? She's now facing charges of indecent exposure, disorderly conduct, criminal mischief, and depositing waste on the highway.
Carries $1,000 fine. Wow.
We'll end that. We'll end here. We'll quit while we're ahead.
She's clearly a lunatic.
That's going to do it for the Alpha Men podcast this week. We'll see you next Tuesday night. Thanks for watching. Take care.
Night out. Wow. That's bad.
And that's a wrap. We hope you've had as much fun as we've had here at the Alpha Men Podcast. Remember, our advice might not solve your problems, but it surely will make them funnier. Before we bid you adieu, a big ol' thanks to our loyal pack of Alpha viewers. You all are the real MVPs, keeping us company on a roller coaster of a podcast ride. And thanks
Ohana Sports Cards on Facebook.
and Garage Door Commander. Join us live Tuesday nights at 8. Visit alphamenpodcast.com and the Alpha Man store. Until next time, keep your feet in the gas. It's a checkers or wreckers world.
Put up or shut up.
Never